麦わらあれだけの夢をかき集めパパパ探し物探しに行くのさ One Piece. Anyways, what's up? Yeah, I just wanted to make a video. I'm gonna make a video, all sounds are gonna start happening for real. But I just wanted to make a video kind of geeking out over Buddhism. I think Buddhism's sick as fuck. So what I'm gonna be, this video is not too serious. Like, I'm just gonna be telling stories, like about experience. I'm gonna be using words. I'm gonna be making some narratives. I'm gonna be talking about some shit. But yeah, don't take it too seriously. It's just a little bit of storytelling for fun, because I like talking about Buddhism, because Buddhism is, I like it. It's fun. It's fun to explore. It's fun to discuss, and yeah, I think it's evolved a lot and in interesting ways. And yeah, like I just want to geek out over it on YouTube, because why not? Why yes, why not? I don't know. I've been thinking about making video like this for a while. I don't really care about the watch time or if anyone even likes watching it. Like, someone will like geeking out over Buddhism with me. Cause like, yeah. No, the Buddha, like, he was just so clean with it, man. Like, you gotta understand, this guy, like, even till this day, has he really had any controversies with his teachings? Like, it's just common sense. Most of the stuff the Buddha really taught was just common sense, and it was so effortless. He didn't even really try and do it. Like, yeah, he did walk around and stuff, but like, if you read the Tripitaka, he's like, mostly people just approached him and were like, yo, what's up? He wasn't like trying to be a teacher or a guru. He wasn't even trying to be anyone, right? That's why it's interesting. Like I'm not, again, even here on this channel, like, some people want to see me as teaching something stuff. Like, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not saying I know a particular piece of knowledge, but like, I'm just having fun. I love discussing this shit, all spirituality, seeing, enlightenment, Buddhism, whatever. I just like talking about this stuff. It's fun. It's really fun. I like telling little stories about it using words. Not, but like, for real. So yeah, like, this video is just me having a little bit of fun. If you want to watch, have fun with me, chill with me. It's like a chill hangout vibe. But yeah, what did I want to say? I was recently reading the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I should have brought it with me. I could show it. It looks really cool. I got a really cool version of it. But yeah, that book's really fascinating. The funny part about Buddhism is how it constantly finds ways to like let you know that it's also nonsense. Like, you have like all these teachings and whatever, and then you have the Heart Sutra, which is like the highest teaching. Like, I'm just yapping here, which basically denies all of Buddhism. Like, no eyes, no ears, no field of the senses, no five aggregates, no liberation, no extinguishment, no attaining, no path, all dharmas are empty, all of that, which is like, so isn't that kind of like funny? It's like if Christianity thought God exists, and then it, like, the best teaching was like, there is no God. It's like, it's pretty out there stuff. I mean, but the Buddha alluded to this early on. He said, my teachings are like a raft used to cross a river. Once you get to the other shore, it served its purpose. So he always sort of said that teachings are not the other shore. The teachings are not, what you should put into, you should put into practice. Actually, the practice is pretty interesting, because I can't really explain it, but the thing itself, the stopping of clinging, sort of from this point of view. It just happened, and it was a sort of like seeing the futility of clinging fully, but at the same time not really, because it's like you could do so much spiritual practice and just it does nothing. But then you just like have one moment of clarity randomly for no reason, and it just makes sense. And I can't tell if it was because of the spiritual practice or if it would have happened anyways, because at the end of the day, it's not effort, it's not a practice, it's not a system, it's not even a thing. It's so like, what the hell is it? I'm saying, like, I don't know. I don't even know what, that's why I try to use words, and like the moment I say them, they're wrong. Like even saying I try to use, like if you really see, it's just like when I'm speaking right now, I genuinely am not premeditating what I'm gonna say. I have nothing planned what I'm gonna talk about. It's happening just like this, out of nothing. Just as you're watching this, it's just arising. So how the fuck does that work? For real, how am I having a conversation right now? If you see this clearly, alright, there's no one doing me, and there's no one blowing the wind. No one rivering the river. If you really get what I'm saying here, hell yeah, dude. You're probably pretty free. You see, the moment I say anything, it's just language is so nonsense sometimes. It's I like that one comment someone left on my video. What's it called? It's a fiction something. What was it? It's an explanatory fiction used for communication, right? Because like, I'm not even geeking out over Buddhism, right? I said I was gonna geek out over Buddhism. Now I'm just like sort of like completely somewhere else, but it's still Buddhism, because if I'm saying look at your experience, it's basically mindfulness meditation is not. But yeah, the Buddha just had it, man. He knew exactly how to hook people with the Four Noble Truths. That's genius, bro. For someone that's caught deep in clinging and suffering, like obviously the first thing that's gonna get them hooked on liberation is like, oh look, notice the suffering. Like, wow, so simple, so genius. He wasn't the first one to do that one, but he really made it clear. It was a big part of his whole thing, right? Like, I guess other practices are more focused on these feelings of joy, bliss, or like some sort of energy shit, or like, which are all labels, all words, all explanatory fictions. I'm like in a weird position here. But like, they kind of, the problem with that is, again, the moment I say it, it's so dumb. Anything I say is stupid. It doesn't make complete sense. Like, I can never describe anything well, because describing is not the way to go. And when I try to point, I either have to sound super convoluted and then no one gets it, or I have to make up a really elaborate cap fiction story lie, call it skillful means, and try to trick people into seeing it. Again, the moment I say it sounds so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, basically all of Buddhism is just a skillful lie to dismantle all other lies. I don't know, that's also another lie. To most people, what I'm saying will probably just sound like nonsense, and because in a way it kind of is nonsense. So is anything else you can say about anything, for real. The experience itself, when it comes to words and language and concepts, is just a mouth noise or a mind noise. The meaning is karma, it's conditioned, it's not I mean, like, the word tree is never gonna be more than a noise. Tree, 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 tree. Say it a million times and it won't even sound like a word. Tree, 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 tree. Not a tree. Never gonna be a tree. Very useful to point at a tree. Look at that tree, for example. But like, not a tree, man. You know. So when you have words like God and like whatever, even Nirvana, that's why I like how the Buddha described it. See, that's okay. Now we're geeking out over Buddhism. He said it's the ending of clinging, the ending of suffering, the cessation of suffering, whatever. You know, he said he didn't describe it as a something. He described it as an ending of something, right? Which is fascinating because it's a genius way to work around this I can't explain shit word thing by just saying what things are not. And that's netty netty, yeah, of course. But like just the way he worded it, right? People call these awakening things, they call it bliss, they call it peace, they call it whatever, right? They call it something. He just said it's the ending of clinging. Isn't that interesting? And that's just a great way to put it. Those who know that that's a great way to put it. Those who know. Again, nonsense. I'm speaking so much nonsense. It's crazy. It's like I'm doing this because it's fun to talk about this, and I'm not trying to teach, but like if you like, oh, here's gonna be a secret one, a secret teaching. No, I'm joking, but like you know how people try to stop clinging or like try to let go or like you know they try, they do effort, right? It's not like that. You know how it works, how it really works? A really good analogy for it is like once you get burned by the fire, you no longer want to put your hand in the fire, right? That makes sense. It's not like you're trying not to put your hand in the fire. It's like you instinctively don't do it, right? Like it doesn't occur because fire burns. Now, if you pay attention, so mindfulness, I guess, is a cool life hack for it, or meditation, but like you can do this one whenever, and you can just notice it, right? But when you pay attention, you can see what burns, what causes suffering. So if you really genuinely, honestly take a look, honestly, not with some delusional cope, but honest look at your experience, at what the hell is going on, really honestly, really broadly, without labeling it as anything. Even when labels arise, those are just, like I said, noises, head noises, mouth noises, that's fine. They never really obscure the experience itself, they're just noises. When you honestly take a look and you see what burns you, are you genuinely gonna put your hand in the fire again? So it's not a doing, it's not effort, it's a like, oh fuck, this does this, you know, I'm not gonna do it anymore. And yeah, the karma's strong and like the words arise, but it's different. It's different because it's not a thought. It's not related to thoughts. Thoughts can arise. It's not rejecting anything. You know, it's not like that. It's clearly seeing that fire burns, so you don't put your hand in the fire. And yeah, that's why meditation is useful. You can see what burns, but again, the mind makes everything into an object, everything into a system, everything into a thing, when it's like there's these thoughts playing a character, pretending to be someone, influencing actions and decisions, but you, whatever you are, not a self or not a not self, doesn't matter, it's not relevant. You're never really bound by that. Like you could call, like there could be a thought like, oh, I suck, but like it's just a noise. Like it doesn't, it's, you know, like how, like if you go back, like there's this whole process, you see that like there's just a knowing of experience happening, right? Like just knowing, like if you take an honest look, it's just things appearing, sounds, whatever sensations, they appear, and they're known, they're just known. and we call that experience. And like if you make those into things, then we get the observer and the conscious observer and consciousness and self and whatever. But if experience taking an honest look, there's just an experience that's known, right? Some people make the knowing into an object, they call it awareness, they call it the observer. You know, some people make the what's seen into an object, they call it me, they call it other, they call it tree, right? The Buddha, he takes no position, you know, he sees the futility that this is just a mind-made concept. There is no awareness separate from what is aware, from what it's aware of. There is just the knowing, and the knowing itself is the known. So it's like, but then these are all stories, and the actual thing, it's not anything. It's like it's like more of an I don't know. It's more of a like I can't be bothered suffering anymore or clinging to things. It's like it's not even an I, it's not a thought, it's a non-thought seeing, right? Like you try to put the seeing it into thought, into words, it sounds like an action, right? Just like the 10 perfections, the renunciation, for example. It sounds like someone is holding back something when it's just a non-mental seeing, oh, this burns, I will not do this. And they don't think, it's not thought, it's not a thought, I will not do this. It's a I will not do this. It's like when you take your hand out of fire, it's not you think I'm gonna take my hand out of the fire. It's like it burns, oh no, you know. You don't think that, you know. Only when you describe things, when you make a story out of it, it sounds like it's a thought process, you know. It's not a thought process, it's not a mentality, it's not a way of looking at things, it's not a lens, it's just how it is. Just seeing raw, bare, how it is, constantly. And when it's known, you know, that's the funny part, and that's what I was trying to talk about, the Book of the Dead. Anyone who made it this far with all my rambling, congratulations for your patience, and yeah, thanks. What's up? But you know, on those who made it this far, like, can you comment something? Like, I like talking to you, like, it's fun replying to people, you know, having little conversations, you know. I don't know, I like that, it's fun. Thanks for being around, anyone. Those who like it, those who dislike it, those who are neutral, they're all welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for leaving comments, thank you for talking with me. I like that, it brings me joy to interact with people, whoever they may be. But the Book of the Dead often calls, or like in general in a lot of religion, spiritual texts, whatever, the seeing, right, awareness, this conceptual awareness, now I'm weaving a little story, is called the light, hero, right? It's called the light. The mind is luminous. Have you heard that before? Or like the light, pure light, whatever, everything is light, you know what I mean? So awareness or knowing is sometimes called light, right? It's just how it's called. It's just a name. Don't take it too seriously. But then I was thinking recently the word enlightenment, right? How there's no one who enlightens, but there is a sort of enlightenment phenomena occurring. And I thought it was really funny, because it's like basically the Buddha, you know, this thing you think is you, like the 5 aggregates, for example. I'm gonna use Buddhist terms because geeking out over Buddhism or whatever. Like, that's what is thought to be you, right? In thoughts, the story of the character is usually based on the 5 aggregates, calling it a self, right? And then you have knowing, the light, and when the light fully sees the 5 aggregates for what they really are, not self, enlightenment, right? Get it? The 5 aggregates, what you thought you were, this thing, whatever the fuck it is, they get enlightened by the light. You get what I'm saying? Funny thing. The light sees it. They're fully in the light. So the light is always there. The sun is always shining. But before, maybe they were in the shadow. They were not fully seen. They were not fully in the light. When they're fully in the light, fully seen, they're seen for what they truly are. Ignorance drops. Due to that, naturally, there's no clinging, because who would cling if they are not self? And so they're in the light. They're enlightened. So the form is enlightened. That's where the word comes from. Those are all names. I just told a little story, okay? Don't take it too seriously. But yeah, that's a funny thing. I didn't geek out too much over Buddhism, but I think this is a good time to end the video because I'm done talking. Thanks for watching. Yeah, see you in another video. Peace.